Let's go.
Right now, the Nashville Zoo is providing a safe home for 2 female Mexican spider monkeys. Leaders say they were illegally taken from the wild and sold into a pet trade, which harms their ability to survive in their native habitat. Their names are Mistletoe and Julia. They're both younger than 2 years old, but they're safe here tonight.
I mean, best part of the zoo, right? When you walk in and the monkeys are going.
See, I thought the newsroom was the zoo, but